Deuteronomy 29. These are the terms of the covenant that God commanded Moses to make with the people of Israel in the land of Moab, renewing the covenant they made with them at Horeb. Moses blesses Israel on the plains of Moab. Moses called all of Israel together and said, "You've seen with your own eyes everything that God did in Egypt to Pharaoh and his servants and to the land itself. The massive trials to which you were eyewitnesses, the great signs and miracle wonders. But God didn't give you an understanding heart or perceptive eyes or attentive ears until right now, this very day. I took you through the wilderness for 40 years, and through all that time, the clothes on your backs didn't wear out, the sandals on your feet didn't wear out, and you lived well without bread and wine and beer, proving to you that I am, in fact, God your God. When you arrived here in this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, met us primed for war, but we beat them. We took their land and gave it as an inheritance to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. Diligently keep the words of this covenant, do what they say, so that you will live well and wisely in every detail. You're all standing here today in the presence of God your God, the heads of your tribes, your leaders, your officials, all of Israel, your babies, your wives, the resident foreigners in your camps who fetched your firewood and water, ready to cross over into the solemnly sworn covenant that God your God is making with you today, the covenant that this day confirms that you are his people and he is God your God, just as he promised you and your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm not making this covenant and its oath with you alone. I am making it with you who are standing here today in the presence of God our God, yes, but also with those who are not here today. You know the conditions in which we left in Egypt and how we crisscrossed through the nations in our travels. You got an eye full of their obscenities, their wood and stone, silver and gold junk gods. Don't let down your guard, lest even now today, someone, man or woman, clan or tribe, gets sidetracked from God our God and gets involved with the no gods of the nations. Lest some poisonous weed sprout and spread among you, a person who hears the words of the covenant oath but exempts himself, thinking, I'm just going to live the way that I please, thank you. And he ends up ruining life for everybody. God will not let him off the hook. God's anger and jealousy will erupt like a volcano against that person. The curses written in this book will bury him. God will delete his name from the records. God will separate him from all the tribes of Israel for special punishment, according to all of the curses of the covenant written in this book of Revelation. The next generation, your children who come after you, and the foreigner who comes from a far country, will be appalled when they see the widespread devastation, how God made the whole land sick. They'll see a fire-blackened wasteland of brimstone and salt flats, nothing planted, nothing growing, not so much as a blade of grass anywhere, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admon Zebulun, which God overthrew in fiery rage. All of the nations will ask, why did God do this to this country? What on earth could have made him this angry? Your children will answer, it's because they abandoned the covenant of the God that their ancestors, that he made with them after he got them out of Egypt. They went off and worshiped other gods. They submitted to gods that they'd never even heard of before. Gods that they had no business dealing with. So God's anger erupted against that land, and all of the curses written in this book came down on it. God, furiously angry, pulled them, roots and all, out of their land and dumped them in another country, as you can see. God, our God, will take care of the hidden things, but the revealed things are our business. It's up to us and our children to attend to all of the terms in this revelation. Amen.